So this was my Christmas present to myself. Christmas Eve, I thought, well, I need to change this filter. And here's the old filter. And I had one of those little quick disconnect plastic tools, which took off the rear line real easy. But the front line, which goes on up to the engine, just wouldn't come off. After messing with it for so long, it finally broke away from the filter. Then when I got to that point, I was able to turn it and kind of look at it and figure out what was going on. And I found that someone in the past, maybe somewhere we had taken it to have them replace the filter, they had deformed the connector. It had been basically squashed into an oblong instead of a circle. So that was preventing the little plastic tool from inserting properly and allowing the line to disconnect. So at that point, it wasn't much else to be done except remove the line. And to remove the line, I had to remove this shield, and I also had to, underneath the shield, which I don't know if I can get to now. Yeah, I got it jammed in here. There we go. There's these rubber holders, but there's a bolt that goes through, and the washer on the bolt was preventing the line from coming out here and also here. So I had to pull those bolts off, and I was finally able to get the line out, which I'll show you in a second. Anyway, here's the line. You get a spring lock on the engine side, and then the quick disconnect on the filter side. And this is actually the piece of the filter, the stem, that broke off inside the connector. And if you look at it from end, hopefully you can see how it's not round anymore. Someone struggled with it in the past, and I guess they were finally able to get get it on the filter, and they just left it. Well, that was fine, but getting it off just wasn't going to happen. And I might be able to do it by hand, but at this point I don't know, I might put it in a vise and see if I can get it back into some shape. But I've looked online and pretty much assured that I'm not going to be able to find an OEM line at this point. It's a 98 model. So I'll probably just have to go with the line and get a couple barbed ends with the quick disconnect and the spring lock and just clamp them on. But who knows? I'll put this in a vise and see if I can get it back into shape to allow that filter stem to come out. And if it does, I just might take a chance and put it back on, because overall the line is in perfect condition. I mean, a little bit of rust, but everything's working as normal. So let's play with it and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not going to have much faith in this, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. And they must have used a lot of force on this. Let's see. That's still a little bit oblong. Let me see if I can get that little tool on it and see what happens. Yep, came out. All right. I guess that was enough. Hopefully the little metal tings on the inside are not damaged. Doesn't look like it. It's still a little bit deformed, but it just might be okay. I think I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, and I guess we'll put it back on and see if it's going to work. Before I go through the trouble of putting it back on, I connected it a few times to the good end on the old filter, and it clicks in really well and it holds well. So I think the seals are not damaged. It's just the outer portion of the connector. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try it again. No way to pressure test it, but I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but as you press it in, it gives a definitely a significant click. And this goes in normal now. Whether it comes off normal is a different topic. So one-handed I can get it off. So we'll go ahead and try it. All right, well, I got the line threaded back up through there again, and all I can say is doing it by yourself, laying on the ground, it's a real pain in the butt, because that line will get caught on freaking everything possible. So if you ever do this, just understand you're going to be up and down as you try to thread it back to where it was, and then get it back into the holders, the rubber holders here, which I think you really need to do so it doesn't chafe or rub against anything. Anyway, let me finish this up. And for anyone that may be doing this, this heat shield has 4 screws. 1, 2, there's a 1 up here, which you just have to feel for. And then there's another one above here that you can get from the engine compartment with an extension. And they're all 8mm. So we got the shield back on. Just got to tighten that one up there. And then, yeah. And then, yep, that's the way it works. I had an 8mm socket. There we go. It's a struggle underneath there sometimes. Okay. Yeah, what the hell? We'll be back. Alright, now we're back to where we started, getting a new filter on there. If you see these little openings here in the bracket, that's where the edge of the filter snaps into. I'm going to have to put the camera down for this. I can't do it one-handed, so I'll get back to you in a sec. Alright, as you can see, the filter has a nice little notice there letting you know which way the fuel flows through the filter. This was a microguard filter. I got it from O'Reilly's. Didn't have very many choices. Don't know too much about microguard. Alright, here's the one that was a problem child. And it's in there good. And the back one was not a problem initially. Alright, that's good too. So it's all in there, nice and snug. Alright, next step is just to turn the key on, let the fuel pump run, and make sure we don't have any leaks before I start it. I'll get back. one done.